It's Coffee Near Me. I'm Barbara Deeb, coming to you from Coffee and Eggs on Mount Victor Lane in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And we are here to share a coffee, a conversation, and the passions of the people who shape our lives, like this guy, Tony Rose, host of the Tony Rose Morning Show on D93. And you do so much more. But Tony, thanks for having coffee with us.
This is cool. This is so amazing. I mean, you said come get coffee. I didn't know this was going to be the whole spiel.
You didn't know we were going to actually capture our conversation. But yeah, so watch what you say. But you were just talking about having your eyebrows done for this.
That's right, just for this
occasion.
I mean, does it make it weird that I'm almost a 42-year-old guy, but I get my eyebrows threaded every 3 weeks?
No, I think that tells a lot, and that's what we do on Coffee Near Me. Yes.
The little things you don't know.
I know.
This is the
but here's something I want to share with our audience. Yeah. You do a morning show, and okay, so I do an afternoon show on radio, and it takes, you know, you got to have talent, you got to have skill, but one of the most important things that I don't think people realize is the energy it takes to do, you know, even to do this kind of thing. I always tell students when I'm working with them on performance, it's about the energy, right?
Yeah, you have to flip a switch every day, but here's the thing about it. We have the best jobs in the world. Man, there are people out there working on the roads, working in factories. Those are grinders, you know, the police officers, the firefighters, putting their lives on the line. We get to entertain people.
Sure.
And sometimes it's better than others, the entertainment. Right. I mean, you know, but every day it's like I get to wake up and I get to go in and do what I love to do. And if you can say that every day, you can find the energy to do it.
Absolutely. And not only that, you have to wake up all the people that are listening to you. So that's an even extra job, right?
Yeah, we've got like 10 people now that listen, and it's amazing. I mean, look out 15, here we come. But no, it really is. I mean, it's hard to believe that, I mean, this industry that we're in is constantly evolving, and that's what's great about what you do, what we do, is we have the opportunity to use our platform and our forum to build the community around us, to help get the word out, and to really be those anchors of the community.
And you know, having said that, you've been doing this a while, I've been doing this a while, so much has changed. You're calling it evolution. How does that change what you do?
Well, that's the thing about it. Now it's so much more than just turning a microphone on and talking, or just starting up a couple of cameras and talking. It's like I always tell people, what we do now in broadcasting, it's like we're essentially politicians. We're always running for office, but there's never an election day. That's what I tell people. And if you can keep that kind of hustle where you're always out and you want to be in front of people, but at the same time you have to keep a certain element of your private life to it, but at the same time being out there, but being part of the community you're in. And that's what separates us, you know? I mean, that's the world we live in radio. There's thousands of radio stations, but there's Pandora and there's iHeartRadio and there's iTunes. Yeah. In the world of TV, you flip on there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of channels. So we have to do what we can to stand out, and that's being ingrained in our local communities.
Listen to this guy.
That's what it's about.
Best guest ever.
Best guest ever, Bill Clinton.
Really?
Did an interview with him. That's part of the media tour world. You know, you've interviewed a lot of people like that, but the most amazing thing about it was not presidential stories. It was the fact that he was eating breakfast during the entire interview. So you hear like plates clinking and stuff in the background. Yeah.
What was he eating?
It sounded like some sort of eggs or something that had, maybe it was something from Coffee and Eggs, who knows?
I don't know.
But that was really cool. Anytime you have a chance to interview a president or a former president, that's once in a lifetime opportunity stuff. But my favorite guests are when we have kids on the show, because obviously being around the PBS world, you never know what a kid is going to say.
That's true.
And those are the best conversations.
Absolutely.
But probably though, my favorite guest was the first time that I had my daughter on the radio with me.
Oh, wow.
To find out how actually uncool I am.
And did you find out if she has it in her DNA?
It is in her DNA.
Look out.
And hopefully she'll cage it away and become like a lawyer or a doctor or something.
So she can support you in your old age.
Yes, very much.
Okay, best interview. Worst interview?
Worst interview ever. Okay, I'm going to make some enemies out there, but it was Patton Oswalt, the comedian.
Oh, wow.
To this date, that was my first ever Twitter beef with somebody. We just got off on the wrong foot and it never went right. You've had those interviews, right?
Oh, yes.
Where,
one.
Who was it?
Ooh, I won't tell. Only one.
Oh, no, I name drop Patton Oswalt on your show.
I can't.
You gotta talk about somebody.
No, I don't. I won't. But yeah, but there's always that, you know, because there's a lot to. You've got like especially with you when you do it on the radio and you don't get to see the person, you got to scope out that person in just a few seconds and get to the heart of a conversation, kind of like what we're doing right now. Right. It's not always so easy.
Yeah, it's not, but again, we could have it a lot worse. We could have a lot worse jobs than what we do, and but you know, honestly, I mean, like I love having anybody in on the show because that's what we do. It's like learning the community we live in. I love having you on my show. What are you talking about?
Thank you. I love to be on your show. All right, we're just about out of time. You're watching Coffee Near Me from Coffee and Eggs here on Mount Victor Lane in Bowling Green, Kentucky. You remember, you can continue the conversation. If you want to know more about Tony Rose, let us hear from you. Okay, so worst guest, best guest, the get. What's the get out there that you're working toward?
The one that I really want? Oh gosh. Now, see, we didn't go over this stuff before. I don't know. That's a tough one. That is a real tough one. I would love to talk to people like some of the great influencers out there. You know, I had a chance to meet Sterling K. Brown recently and see what the amazing work he's doing outside of just TV shows and movies out there. But I'd love to get more of these people when they come through Bowling Green to have a chance to sit down and talk to them. But of course, it's always Justin Timberlake, Dave Grohl, Michael Bublé. Those guys are on the Mount Rushmore. But
if you hear this, you guys remember Tony Rose Morning Show. Anyway, thank you for joining us on Coffee Near Me. I'm Barbara Deeb. We're coming to you from Coffee and Eggs in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Thanks for joining us. Cheers.
Cheers to you. Oh, that's so good. There you go.